was once an amateur, and every success story started with a decision to try. I know for a fact that January this year, you guys never assumed you would be where you are today. So this is a big milestone, so we are here to celebrate. And to start us off, we'll want to thank God for getting us to this far.
Okay, good morning. How are you? I'm not hearing the buzz. Why are you bored as if it's a bad day for you? You should be happy. Good morning. How are you? So as we begin our session, I want us to commit ourselves to the Lord. And for today, I had some verse here and I wanted to share it with you. Jeremiah 29, verse 11, which says, verse 11, which says, "For surely I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. The plans for your welfare are not for harm, to give you a future with hope." So that verse basically, it tries to encourage us that in every setup that you do, you need to recognize God in your life, and you need to have the faith that He's going to guide you in everything. Now that this is just a beginning for you, therefore, at some point, maybe you might encounter some challenges. You need not to lose hope, but to have the faith that the Lord is going to walk with you through that journey. So, our dear graduates, I would like you to be a kind of have a self of faith and be hopeful for the journey now that is going to take you henceforth from today. With that, let's arise for a word of prayer. We pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. We thank you for giving us this opportunity to gather here for this graduation ceremony. Thank you for guiding us through all the studies. Thank you for giving us strength, wisdom, and good health. Dear Lord, we pray for your blessings upon all the graduates, teachers, parents, and the guests present here today. May the knowledge and skill they gain help them become responsible and successful people in the society. Lord, guide us in our future paths, protect us, and help us to use the talents for the good of the society. Heavenly Father, bless this ceremony and let everything happen in peace and joy and unity. We ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bona Dennis. Let us appreciate him with a clap, tafadhali. Fantastic. Now, we are Gen Zs, and Modcom is a software development school, so technology is our business, true. And that being said, I would like you to quickly take out your phone. Take out your phone, tafadhali. Hapa ndo watu wa iPhone wanashine sasa. Take out your phone and take a selfie of yourself and one with your friend who is seated next to you. Piga selfie. Piga selfie. Piga ka selfie. Now, I am going to give an award, but before that, take a selfie. Sioni watu na selfie. Ama hamna selfie stick. Your hands has enough selfie sticks. Nataka kuona mikono inakaa hivi. Oh, watu wa Infinix. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to give an award for the person who's going to have the highest number of likes. Watu wa IG. Facebook hakuna huku, si ni kweli? Okay. Double taps. When you wako na double taps mingi at the end of the event. So, take a selfie, post it on your IG, and then use the hashtag Modcom Graduation 2026. The hashtag is Modcom Graduation 2026. Usijali nitajua aje. Utasema mwalimu hujanifollow sijui, I'll know. Is that okay? So I'm going to niko na bahasha. Anyway, that's it and done. Now we can put away our phones. Not our iPhone, surely. It's okay. We know you have nice cameras. All right. At this point in time, I'd like us to hear from our principal so that he can give us our welcome note. Our principal is Mr. Joseph Mwangi Maina. He's a dedicated software engineer, AI enthusiast, trainer, and leader with over 15 years of experience in teaching, mentorship, and professional training. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and a Master's of Science in Computer Science, and is currently advancing his academic journey by pursuing a PhD in Computer Science at Zitech University, specializing in AI applications. Throughout his career, he has remained passionate about empowering students and young professionals through technology, innovation, and practical skill development. So tumkaribishe kwa makofi tafadhali. Makofi hadi afike, keep going, asante, keep going. He's our principal, ndiye ndo ametufikisha hapa. So thank you. Karibu Bwana Joseph.
Thank you very much, Mr. Duncan, for that introduction. Hey, mmenyamaza aje? Hello? Turn to your neighbor. Mwambie, blessed people look like you. Yeah, so that you don't keep on going around looking for blessed people. They look like you. You're already blessed. Can you hear me from there, parents? Inua mkono kama unanisikia? Thank you. Distinguished guests, parents and guardians, graduating class of 2026, staff members, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. On behalf of Modcom Institute, I warmly welcome you all to this special occasion as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2026. Let's clap for ourselves for making time to come here. Let's clap for ourselves. Jipigia makofi. Yes, thank you. Today is a memorable day of achievement, growth, and new beginnings. We thank God for this day and the journey that has brought us here. Our guests and parents and guardians, the graduates we present to you today have undergone practical training in website development, so they know how to create websites. They even each have a website of their own. They have done full stack development. This is whereby they learned how to create applications from the front end. Front end is what you see in any application on your phone, and the back end is what you don't see. So they did full stack software development. They did Android apps. They know how to create apps that run on mobile phones. They also learned artificial intelligence. This is AI. This is how to make computers work like humans. They did data science. This is working with data and machine learning. And of course, they also did cyber security. This is protecting systems. So they are full stack software developers. They are able to create softwares that run on your computers or your mobile phone. The training was highly practical, focusing on hands-on learning, teamwork, research, and project development. Through this approach, students demonstrated creativity, discipline, and commitment in solving real-world problems using technology. So they have learned how to look for problems people are facing, able to develop an application, and it runs on your phones and your computers, and that is able to solve the problems we are facing in this world. So by the end of the training, each student developed an individual project. The project process began with an idea. They come up with an idea, moved through the design stage. They design how it would look like. The development, or what we call the coding phase. This is whereby they sit on their computers and they write the programs to create that application, which now becomes the solution. and then completed their project very well with the working software solution. So everybody here seated is graduating. They have an application that they created. Then the application was presented before a panel of judges. So they presented their projects, they were asked questions, and they did it. Let's clap for them. So some of these projects that they created will be presented here. After my address by my colleague, Mr. Job, will come here and showcase what they did. I know you are waiting to see them. Are you waiting to see what they have created? Yes, so just in a few they'll be presented here. Let me say this achievement would not have been possible without the dedication of the trainers and staff of Modcom, who guided and supported the student throughout their journey. I want to pause a bit and call all lecturers who worked closely with the students at Modcom to come forward so that I can introduce them to the parents, guardians, and our chief guest. Let's clap for them as they come. Let's clap for lecturers as they come. Thank you. Let's clap for them. They did a good job. Let me explain this. At Modcom, we have 10 labs, 10 computer laboratories, and each of those laboratories, these trainers were dedicated in one of them. So if you are in lab 1, your trainer is here. If you are in lab 2, your trainer is here. If you are in lab 3, 4, 5, up to 10, your trainer is here. Then online classes. How many students do we have for online? Online. Yeah, they made time to come. Remember, online, they were learning from home, and their trainers is here. Can you see your trainer here? Who can see their trainer here? Nani oni mwalimu wake hapa? Good. I'll just quickly introduce them. Starting from there, we have Mr. Ouma. Maybe you can, yes, Mr. Ouma is the trainer for Lab 2. We have Mr. Malombe. You can raise your hand. Let's clap for them. These are trainers. Mr. Malombe, Lab 3. We have Madam Bridget, Lab 4. We have my namesake, Mr. Joseph, who was doing Lab 5. Clap for them. Mr. Webo, Lab 6. Clap for him. Mr. Kamoda, maybe you can come here. He was doing online. Let's clap for him. I said he come forward because online students were away at home. For him, he was there. So they could only see the face. So if you could only hear the voice, here he is. Clap for him again. We have who is my assistant also. We work together with him. Mr. Duncan, he is the trainer for Lab 1. Makofi kwake. Mr. Job, trainer for Lab 9. And my friend here, Mr. Shangala, Lab 2. So he was for Lab 7, right? So he was for Lab 7, Lab 2. Yeah, thank you very much. Every time the students came to school, they found the lecturers in class, so they did a very good job to make sure that today we make it today. Thank you very much for your commitment and being with the students. Thank you very much. Let's clap for them as they go to sit. Thank you. Now, graduates, I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you in a very, very special way for your consistency in classes, attending classes. That was very consistent since the time you came in January. You showed discipline and commitment. You worked together, completed projects, did assignments that you were given, and confidently presented your work. To our online students, you have shown that learning is not limited by distance. You can learn from wherever you are and able to create good projects. So learning is not limited by distance. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that greatly impressed us this year is the quality of project presented by the graduates compared to our previous intakes. Let's clap for them. We saw complete projects. We saw confidence in presentation. It was very good. We saw deeper research. They did beyond. They went to research. Improved user experience. The user interfaces were good, as you'll see them here being presented. And of course, confidence in presentation. This growth reflects seriousness in the graduates, teamwork, curiosity, application of good research practices, and responsible use of AI tools to support learning and innovation. Congratulations, class of 2026. And I want, for what they have done, you have made us proud. We are very happy. Your parents are happy. Everybody is happy. I want us to stand. We clap for them. They deserve an appreciation. Everybody, join me. We stand. We clap for them, including yourselves. Au mtaka kukaa tumeketi tuwapigie makofi? Mtaka kuketi tuwapigie makofi? Haya, tusimameni wengine. So I'm going to show you one of the clap we do. It's a very simple one. In our, where I come from, it's called Karuheni. It's a very special one. And this is how it goes. So if I count 1, 2, the third one, we chua. Sawa sawa. Karuheni, kalaitni. Like this. 1, 2, 3. Again. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are very happy for what you have done. We are very happy. Now, graduates, as you step into the next chapter of your lives, set clear goals. Set clear goals. Use your time wisely. I remember when we were in school, I'll find some people locked outside there. And the reason why we were locking you out is to show you time, okay? Sometimes you'll find locked outside in the door. The lecturer was teaching you about time. Sawa sawa. Use your time wisely. If a class is 8, make sure you are there. If you use your time wisely, you are good to go. Okay? Make sure that you stay disciplined. Discipline leads to success, as what you have shown when you are in school. And of course, avoid distractions. If you see something that is not right, it's going to affect you, just say no to it. Learn to say no, okay? Learn to say no when something is not going the right way. Okay? And sometimes things can wait. Sometimes things can wait. It is not time if someone tells you, if you have a friend, and this friend, the only thing they can tell you, oh, Manchester, Arsenal, Friday. I'm a fan of football, yes. But you should also talk something else about growth. Not every time, Arsenal on Friday kuna event, oh, this one here. No, you need to choose a friend who sometimes this person is also talking about future, right? Yeah, choose a friend who is supporting your growth and encouraging you. If you choose good friends, that's a ticket to success, because friends can also bring you down. Are we in agreement? Are we in agreement that we'll choose good friends, right? Stay focused on your goal. What you want to do, please stick on that. What you want to do. Like when you came here, you said, I want to be a full stack software developer. You did that. That's why you have made it here. Whoever didn't focus is not here, right? So whoever focused with this is you, and you are here. So focus on your goal. Listen to your parents, guardians, and mentors. If there's anything you need to ask, don't keep quiet. Ask. Ask. Your parents are here to listen to you. Ask. Don't do things that you don't know. Come ask, and that will work better. Keep improving your skills. Stay curious and never stop learning. The technology and software industry is full of opportunities. Our software is everywhere, and every sector depends on it. Every sector today is depending on solutions. Paperwork is out now. Everything is going digital. So we need developers to build those systems. And those developers are you. So keep on improving your skills. You are now full stack software developers, able to build back-end and front-end systems. And you have skills in cybersecurity, data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. So as you move forward, choose a pathway, specialize, and advance your skills. As technology keeps growing, it evolves. So what you have, that's a level you have achieved. Keep on advancing to higher levels. And most importantly, use what you have learned to create solutions. So make sure you make use of those skills you have to create solutions and present them out there. We are living in a time whereby artificial intelligence is transforming lives and how we work. Yesterday when I was writing this speech, someone found me in my office writing and told me, Joseph, why are you stressing yourself writing this thing? Just go to ChatGPT and write. To just create for you a very nice one and you come and present. And I was like, okay, AI is the new norm. But now, one thing I want us to do here is as Modcom, we embrace the use of AI in research as it has become the new norm. But one thing I need to say is this, that as developers, even for me when my friend told me that, I needed my own input to command AI if I was to use it. If you notice right now, I'm not just reading these, I'm also using my own input. Okay? So for those who created projects, we realized that some of you are telling us, oh, I used ChatGPT and it gave me wrong answers. AI is trained by human. It's artificial. It's made by human. So you need knowledge to use it. Okay? You need knowledge to use it. So what I mean is that continue improving your skills so that those skills you have, you're able to command the AI tools that are around there. Okay? Some of you got errors when you're trying to use AI. If you go tell AI, create for me this thing, it will just do the whole thing. But is that what I wanted? No. AI doesn't really know what you want. You are the one who uses your knowledge to get knowledge. Are we together? So make sure that you keep on learning the skills so that when you use AI, you know what you are looking for. If it gives you the wrong things, you know. So if it gives you the wrong things and you don't know, then you keep on in circles. Nowadays, I found a grade 6 child using AI. And AI is being controlled even in schools, how it's going to be used. But again, if she types about gases, AI starts telling that person that child a lot of gases, a lot of things, yet the child doesn't know. So it will be even more confusing. So let's make proper use of artificial intelligence, not to rely on it entirely. Let's have knowledge, especially as developers, then dig information from it. Are we together? So let's not entirely rely on it. We embrace it, but make sure you advance your skills. Then once you combine your skills and AI, you are good to go, but not AI alone. So we are happy that you are graduating with excellent skills. And we are very happy for what you have done. My colleagues at Modcom were very happy of what you did. But not my advice. For you to move forward, make sure you choose good friends. Focus, listen to your parents, and everything will be fine. To our parents and guardians, thank you for your support and sacrifice. This achievement is also yours. Let's clap for the parents. Tuwapigia makofi. You know, we appreciate parents because during the registration day at Modcom, there is a parent who came at Modcom at 3 a.m. and it was raining just to bring you to school. You see how they are serious with you? So make sure you make them proud in future as you have made them today. Sawa sawa. To our guests, Dr. Ombui, Dr. Wakoli, and all other invited guests, we are very happy for honoring our invitation. Asanteni sana. Congratulations once again, the class of 2026. You have made us proud. We are very happy for what you have done. So go out there and keep going. There is, if you have a Bible, there's a verse in the book of Judges. I don't know if, Job, you have. In the book of Judges 8:4, I want to leave you everyone with this message. 8:4 or 4:8? 8:4. The story of Gideon. If you read the story of Gideon in the Bible, Judges 8:4. Now you have your Bibles in your phone. Verse 8:4, Judges 8:4. Gideon and his 300 men were exhausted, yet keeping up in pursuit, came to the Jordan and crossed it. Gideon had many men, but they were reduced to 300. They went, did a lot of work trying to cross Jordan. They were exhausted, but they never gave up. They never gave up. They went and they crossed it. So if you are going to do software development or out there, never ever give up, okay? Yeah, like what you did, errors were so many in your project, but you never gave up. You did it, you have crossed the Jordan, okay? So look at that verse. I encourage you with that. Never give up, continue learning. Thank you very much for today. Let's clap for ourselves one more time. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much, Mr. Duncan. Asanteni sana. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Tumshukuru tena kwa makofi. A hefty clap for our principal for his encouraging words. Thank you so much, our principal. That was very encouraging to our students and all of us all together. Now, he promised something, and I want us to go into that immediately. But before that, there are students I would like standing hapa juu. Elfas Kiplangat Kemboi, Bivon Ombiro na Nimbiombio, we are young, so tuchangamke. Bivon Ombiro, Esther Nyakeo, Tracy Julie Migalitsa, Imani Asomba, Philemon Muganzi, Brian Sirengo, Emmanuel Kabera Dereva, and Jessica Mwikali Dambuki. So they are coming here because next we are going to have my colleague and good friend Bonajob Dirango present the best 9, because there's one class that is behind. Out of every lab, we have the best 9 projects that are going to be presented. So, Bonajob.
Thank you. So, with me here, I have the projects for 2026 presentations. And they did a very nice work. So we're going to start the first project, which is by the student by the name Imani Asomba. So this student created a digital academic wellness platform, which is basically designed to help students to stay organized, focused, and motivated throughout their learning journey. So by this, the students are able to create a supportive community into one which is calm and user-friendly, which provides a very nice workspace in that. And it's able even to upload notes which students are able to download. I'm going to take you through it. So we have a dashboard there. As we can see, we have a place where maybe students are able to download. So she's the one who did this project. And we're able to see there we have a place where students are able to air their voices there. They're able to write there. We also have a session where somebody is able to start a session there, and they're able to learn, and they're able to even to give a feedback on how the session was like. We also see a place there at the end on the dashboard number 3. I don't know if it's visible well, but there we also have a place where maybe students are able to download the notes, and they're able even to, as they download, they're able even to award those others who did upload those notes. Here's where we have the today's study. You can be able to open any notes there. You'll be able to see it well now. The available notes, we have them there. You can open that note. We have tip the author, and you can also add it to the collection in case you want to refer to it later. To the next student, who is Alphas Kiplangat Kimboy. This student did a mobile application, which is on agri-tech. So basically, the angle of this project was to enable the farmers to be able to become part of the shareholders and safeguarding their savings, and also to guarantee access to genuine farm inputs. So by using this software, you'll be able to see there we have a place where we have the customer care. We also have the loans, we have the accounts, we have the savings, and we also have the shares. So basically, by using this software, or this application rather, the farmers are able to participate to be part of the cooperatives that they are in. So basically, it provides them with a platform where they are able to buy shares as well. Let me show you. This is a part where they are able to buy the genuine input from the cooperatives that they support. On this slide, you're able to see we have shares. So basically, the farmers don't have to go through a long process. They're able just to purchase the shares and also sell the shares on the same platform. They also have an agri-saving where they're able to save their savings there, and also have the credit where they're able to maybe apply for some loans for the cooperative, and they're able even to pay back. As you can see down there, you're able to see how they apply and how they repay back. We have Bavon Ombero. So he did a very nice work here. He created basically a school management system, which his main aim is to streamline how the school operations and academics undergo. So we have the EduNexus, solves this by offering a role-based dashboard for students, teachers, and parents, and also the administration. So basically, it's a very big system, as you can see. There we have the students' dashboard. They're able to trace their academics, their academics, and also the assignments that they have been given. On this slide here, we have the parents' dashboard. So as much as the students are in classes, the parents are able also to follow through on how the students are going on, proceeding on. We're able to see everything there, the subjects, the approvals, the assignments, and all those things there. The next slide is the teacher's dashboard. So basically, this is where now the teacher is able to assign the assignments for the students and able to follow on the progress of the student. You also have the admin dashboard, which is basically the school administration dashboard, where they're able to trace the progress and the analytics of the whole school in general. We also have Esther Nyakio. So Esther Nyakio is a testament of our powers in end-to-end software development as a trailblazing woman in the tech industry. So basically, she's able to demonstrate her mastery in both front-end and back-end system while opening doors for students who are eager to learn. And through her platform, students are able to apply for classes and also gain hands-on coaching from developers who not only build powerful solutions, but also get inspired by the next generation to the tech industry. As you can see, she has a profile there. You also see a nice portfolio there. She's talking about herself and the journey that she has undergone. Also in the website, she's able to put her links on the GitHub account, and you're able to see that and also to follow her. And she's here. We have the next one, who is Julie Tracy, Maggie Litza. She did an Enoya AI learning. So basically, by this platform, she's able to bridge the learning gap for students who struggle in the same STEM subjects. As you can see, these projects basically are wired to solve the current issues that we have in our society as of now. And in the same STEM subjects, you'll be able to see we have students who are coming for long holidays, and they don't know where they're able to get the trained tutors, where they're able to find good personnel to do that. So using that application, the learners can easily find tutors. They're able to book sessions with those tutors and also receive personalized coaching by making quality supportive accessible outside the regular school hours. So basically, this one is used during the holiday seasons. As you can see there, we have an AI where the students are able to communicate with the AI based on what they want. The second screen, we're able to see, we're able to find tutors. On the third screen, we're able to see the tutors who are there. So by that, they're basically able to book that tutor and book a session with them. On the second screen, you'll be able to see My Sessions. Once you click on that screen, it's going to take you to an activity where you'll be able to see all the sessions that you have applied. The issue is, nowadays, when students go at home, they don't know which tutor they're supposed to get, and we have issues on finding those tutors. So by using our platform, we're able to get that easily. We also have Brian Sirengo. So for Brian Sirongo, he created a mobile application called the Shop Ace. Basically, by this application, you'll be able to find all products that you require at ease. It provides us with an intrusive UI and UX, basically the user interface and the user experience design. And the users easily browse the products and also add items to cart. And by adding to cart, basically they're able to reduce the transaction cost simply because if you purchase on each and every item, the cost is high. But when you put them in a cart, you'll be able to avoid on the transaction cost and be economical in some way. And the application also provides an order tracking, giving customer full visibility from the checkout to delivery. So we have the other slide, which you'll be able to see we have the product that somebody wants to buy. You can add those on to cart. We have my cart there. You'll be able to see the products in that cart. And on the third part, you'll be able to pay with M-Pesa and maybe a profile for customization of the customer's profile. We have Philemon Muganzi, who did a study buddy. So basically by using this application, which allow global students community, this one is to bring along all students globally together in that application. So it offers a paid feature where you'll be able to connect to a chat room and learners can collaborate on academic issues while enjoying voice and video calls. So basically that application allows people to make video calls and also voice calls. On that slide there, you'll be able to see a user is supposed to create an account. On the other chart, that's where you have the chat screen, where you'll be able to see all those available users on that platform, basically students. And on the third part is where now you pay for that feature. For you to be able to access the second screen, you need to pay for that. So basically, he's creating revenue for himself. And also on the fourth screen, you'll be able to see a video call. It has been blurred so that you don't see who that person was, but it's actually working. You have Emmanuel Canberra. So Emmanuel created a SnapFix, which is a web application basically designed to streamline the school maintenance and facility management. So basically what this system does is, in institution you'll find where we have big institutions, and they are unable to keep track on how the maintenance works. So basically, by using this software, students are able to report on any issue on the school, and once they report on this dashboard here, this is where they report their issues. And the second screen, you'll be able to see the assigned or the people who are responsible for those issues. So basically, they're supposed to go through those issues and rectify on them. So basically, if you assign that issue, you'll get to a dashboard and you'll see all your tasks. So you'll be able to see, as of the first one, you'll see there's an issue and it's pending. Once you work on that issue, you update it. Once you update it, you'll be able to see, you also have a departmental level, this is the school dashboard, and be able to trace all those issues that have been reported by students and all those issues which are still open, meaning they need their attention, and also those which has already been solved. And by that, we also have an admin where all schools are able to register. So basically, this is a very big system where all school registers and they're able to use these services from this guy up here. We have Jessica Moneke Ndamboge. This is our online student, I guess. So she came up with Collab X. Basically, it's a trusted ecosystem where talent meets opportunity, where millions of skilled individuals are scattered across multiple platforms with no unified place to connect. So basically, Collab X solves this by centralizing collaboration, where users can discover talent from the right teams, engage through a social hub, and also to execute on projects. So the team page is the heart of the platform. So with Collab X, talent is everywhere, and now also teams are there too. So basically, this project sought to bring together people who are working as one. So basically, it's just to bring on teams together so that they're able to work on a specific project. As you can see, from the dashboard there, you create an account. On the right side, you'll be able to see the users on Collab X. In case you have any project with you, you just invite those people there to that project and you're able to work on them together. The second screen, this is how you explore the talent. You'll be able to message them, also to invite them, to bring them on board to your team, and you're able to work on your project easily. This one is basically bringing tech people together, not like WhatsApp or Facebook, but developers. So here we also have our project which has been worked on, and people are able to communicate still on Colabex. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bona Job, for that. Now, before you sit down, we are going to we have a small token of appreciation for them, for the good job that they have done. They are going to be joined by a few, but due to time, ningeomba wa Chief of Operations, Madam Nancy tafadhali, she'll award a few. So, tuanze pale. Now, followed by, so the others should be joining us. Derek Mecharon, Karen Mulwa, William Otieno, wakuja tu wapange line hapa. So I think, Job, kuja tafadhali. All right, I think, that's good. Derek, you're still, where's Derek? Mecharon. Habari yako Mecharon. Karen, where are you? Tunafaa kuwa hapa mbio mbio. So you are going to mnashika mnapigwa picha alafu mtasonga hapa ndio Imani asingie kwa selfie kwa picha yake. Unajua nataka karibu. All right, so unampea tu ukienda hivyo tu. All right. So I think I have Derek Mecharon. Wenye naita msipite hapa, mpitie hapa tafadhali. We should have Willis Otieno, Kamal Omar, Carl Oliver, Eddie Karanja, Prince Murage, Gideon Kabolo, and I know they are seated here, so they should be up already. Please leave your jacket, tafadhali. Thank you. I was at Gideon Kabolo, so we have Leon Kabugi. Leon Kabugi. Bona Director, Bona Theuri, tafadhali join us as well. Waward mbili tatu. I think mnaweza maliza. So Leon Kabugi, Sophie Kendi, Christopher Ken, Esther Haemba, Penina Njoki, Fidel Okach, Maxlin Jagi, Ashanti Wanjiku, Vanessa Wamboi Wangoi, and Tony Caleb Mulwa. Thank you, Madam Nancy. Asante sana. Tunaendelea tu mbio. Ungekaa hivyo. Now, as we finish with this, just a reminder that we are streaming our graduation live on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook handle. Oh, yeah, mwezi elewa hiyo. IG and all of us. So we have we appreciate all of those who are watching us online. Juu tunajua hatungeweza kukua sisi wote hapa, so tunawashukuru. Thank you for joining us online virtually. Also those who are outside at the tents, we appreciate you for all this. So tuendelee kuungana pamoja. Music kidogo tafadhali tukimalizia. Also, an important clarification, as our principal said, we had a difficult time trying to pick amongst all of your projects because they were all outstanding. You did a fantastic job, so you should be proud of yourself, all of you, regardless of whether you're on the podium or not. So mnafaa mkumbuke ati si yenu ati wa appreciate. We had a very difficult time picking the best projects to award. So thank you all of you, and congratulations to all of you for the job that you did. I think there are two missing, but Nisawa. To thank you, our principal, Bona Director, for that. Thank you so much. So tuwapigie makofi tafadhali for the outstanding job. Thank you, thank you. That is a very hefty clap. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are behind time kidogo, so we are going to move a little bit faster. We are going to move on to the next part, which is our keynote speakers very quickly. And we are going to start with an alumni from Modcom. His name is Alex Wafula Wanjala. He is a lead software developer based in Nairobi, Kenya, whose work has helped reshape how African counties collect revenue and how hospitals manage information. He has led the engineering behind live revenue collection systems in 4 Kenyan counties, platforms that now handle billions of shillings in public funds, and authored the full compliance site that earned a hospital information system its national DHA Kenya certification. He joins the panel to share what he has learned building digital infrastructure that works in the real world. So let us welcome him with a hefty clap. Tafadhali tumpigie makofi hadi afika hapa. Bwana Alex, karibu sana. Tumpigie makofi hajafika na mnamka. Keep going. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Asante Bwana Alex. Karibu.
Habari zenu? Habari zenu tena? So, my name is Alex Wanjala, and I want to give you my history and my journey and where I came from and where I am up to today or this position. Now, my journey started far back, and it started just the way yours has started. So, nilikuja Nairobi nikiwa mdogo sana. Then by that time I joined Modcom, and I remember when my dad brought me, he introduced me to Mr. Theory and Nancy, and also Mr. Joseph. So they took me through the journey for learning. So I learned a couple of things. That was MIT, mobile development, developing backend, Android app, all those, the same things that you guys have just learned, okay? Now, during my graduation, the same way you guys did, then I went and joined Strathmore University. And while I was in Strathmore, I used to wonder, hii skill yenye nimesoma huku, how can I use it to grow myself? Okay? So I had curiosity. Kwa sababu nilikuwa nakaa na shangaa, huyu mtu mwenye alitengeneza M-Pesa, hizi product solutions zina run in our country, ni kina nani wanatengeneza hizo solution? Why can it not be me? Unaelewa? Mbona sikuwa mimi nikuwe part of that team mwenye wanatengeneza hii product? So what I did, nika set goals. Okay? And the goals that you set, because there's this saying that says, if your goal don't scare you, they're not big enough. Okay? So, nika set goals zangu, nikasema, one day, I want my system yenye nimetengeneza na mkono yangu end to end, like from scratch, from creating the database, from creating the API, from creating the front end, zikuwe zinatumika across Africa, at least in all the countries in Africa, at least kukuwe na one of my product running in that particular country. So I was just curious, and I started learning and starting watching videos and all that. I remember I remember back in 2017. I remember I was just walking in the somewhere in Mombasa Road near Capital Center. Okay? So, and I saw this kanjo. You know kanjo? Unajua kanjo? Ungapo unajua kanjo? Naona akilipisha akilipisha magari hapo nini. So I wondered, hii system wanatumia ni gani? So nikamu-approach, nikamuuliza maswali, akanielezea. Na nikasema, one day, nataka, mimi ndio nilikuwa nafanya hiyo system yenye inatumika Nairobi County. That was back in 2017. Na nika set your dream. And around 2020, during the time when Honorable Governor Sonko was the the governor at Nairobi County. That's the time my system was being used in Nairobi County for revenue collection system. You get? Ampigi makofi. And how did it start? After kuongea na huyo mama, nenda nikakaa nyumbani, nikaanza kutengeneza hiyo app. Pole pole tu, pole pole. So I started developing that product in around 2017, and 3 years later, it bore the fruit. So as we speak right now, in terms of revenue collection system for county government, I brought revolution when it comes to county revenue collection system. I remember there was a company that had dominated in this kind of revenue collection system. It was called, I think, Jumbo Pay by then. So it was a very big organization that was there for some time. And I really wanted to make a product that will compete with that. So during that time, I did Nairobi County, the solution ran well, and several other counties. And from there, I went and worked also, I joined a company called Craft Silicon. How many of you know Craft Silicon? How many of you know Little Cab? Wangapi najua Little Cab? The taxi, right? So that's one of our products in our company. So right now, as we speak, the county revenue collection system that we have built is running in several counties, including right now, as we speak today, the system that is running in Meru County, the system that is running in Kajiado County, the system that is running in Homa Bay County, and more and more and more. Okay? So it didn't stop there. I also thought about venturing into other products. Like, for example, hospitals are really suffering. Why can't we come up with a solution that will be universal? It will run across Africa. It will run across any kind of hospital to help people. Like, you build something that will bring an impact, and we also enjoy. Okay? So right now, you should focus on growing your skills. Okay? Don't focus on the money or, I don't know if you are getting me. Focus on growing your skills. So when I ventured into hospital management system, I went to Ethiopia. And in Ethiopia, we are working with the Ministry of Health, developing something called a community-based health insurance system. It's basically like SHA. Mona SHA ya Kenya. Now SHA ya Ethiopia is being done with me, with my team. That's how I can simplify it. Okay? And many more other products. Just the other day, we were thinking about, now we have tackled things to do with revenue collection system for county government. We have tackled the health. Now we were like, what can we do things related to farmers? How can we assist farmers? So we decided to come up with a platform that is a marketplace. Imagine a platform whereby, how many of you know Jumia? You know Jumia? You know AliExpress? You know Amazon? So we wanted such a platform, but a marketplace for farmers. Like for example, you as a farmer, you can log into the platform, you can manage your farm, you can do your vaccination of animals there, you can weigh the animal weight, and then when it has grown, you publish to the market, and somebody buys it. When I go to the market and I click at that animal, I can be able to see the history of that animal since it was a, do animals inaitwanga baby? Huh? I don't know. But unaweza ona huyo mnyama tangu akiwa mdogo mpaka penye amefikia, na unaona history yake yote. All the vaccinations zenye amepewa, all the weights, all the foods zenye zimekuwa zikikula, origin yake ilikuwa wapi, ishaigonjeka, haijaigonjeka. And we have also, with the era of AI, we have also built the AI into the platform. The platform is called Flocker. And in that Flocker, me as a farmer, I can actually just take a picture of my animal if it's sick. And it will analyze, and it will tell you this cow has this problem, and automatically it will initiate an emergency contact to your vet. And your vet will get the entire information and will come treat the animal. From the same platform, you can also buy agrovet. You can buy any kind of thing that you want. Okay? So we are focusing on building products that help the community. There's one product that I also liked, that there's a day I went to Congo several years ago, and what I experienced in Congo is there was a lot of kidnapping. Okay? Watu wanapotea tu, watoto wanapotea nini. So I was like, why can't we build a product that will protect the children, and also it will make parents, especially mzazi, mtoto akishaenda shule anataka kujua mtoto wangu anaendelea aje. So we build a product back then for schools, but it was more of the security of the child. Once a child just walks into a school like this, the parent get the notification via SMS and also email where the child is and all the activities that they are doing. And also the same platform will eliminate cash in school, whereby you have a card, and this card is the one that you will go tap at the canteen, tap at the mess, or use it to any kind of thing that you want to do. And right now, as we speak, the product is being used in, we had the target was kindergartens, okay? But right now, as we speak, it's being used even in colleges. They have used that product to manage the entire school. Like one of the schools is like, for example, Kenya Water Institute. They're using that product to manage the entire operation. So curiosity is key. Okay? Right now, at least things are easier. You can learn via AI, you can learn via YouTube, and all that. Back then, as we were learning, there were no AI and all those kind of things. So we used to rely mostly on books. Okay? So I remember I used to go to the office of Mr. Theuri every day, assist me with this, assist me with this. Mr. Joseph was there really assisting me. And sometimes even you go read on your own, you download a PDF for 500 pages. After reading the entire of it, like for 2 weeks, you notice it was a wrong PDF. Now you have to look for another one. So by then it was difficult. But right now, with the era of AI, things are slightly easy. So why I'm giving you this story is what you have learned can change your life. Personally, what I learned in Modcom has really changed my life. How many of you are in social media? Wangapi wako TikTok? You're not on TikTok? Just carry your hands. Wangapi wako TikTok? Instagram? Wangapi? So if you are on TikTok, or if you are on Instagram or Facebook, have you heard somebody called Alex Boy? Wangapi wamemwona on Instagram or TikTok? Ha? Mna mkono? Mnaogopa? Right? Okay. I want to show you the results of what you guys are learning and how powerful it is. How many knows the G80? Wangapi wanajua G80? Ama wangapi wameiona? Just carry your hand, sitakuita mbele. Eh? Nani ameona G80? Nani? Umeiona? Just carry your hand. Umeiona? Kuja. Just come here, come. Just explain what a G8 is.
It's actually a brand of car. Well, for me, I saw it at, you know, these guys called Lucky and Joji. Yeah, at Alo Sling. So they say that it's the third fastest car in Kenya, so that's what I heard.
So don't go, just come here. So he's the first person nimeona ameongelea kuhusu G80. G80 is the fastest car in Kenya, right? And it was the first car to come in East Africa, right? That car, the G80, the first car in East Africa and the fastest car in East Africa. The person who is standing in front of you is the owner. Yeah, here is the key. Here is the key. Inatumia card. You can see. You can take. Yeah. So, what you guys are learning, I was also sitting there. Na kenye nilisoma, kenye nilifunzwa in Modcom, is what ilinisaidia kuleta the first car in East Africa and the fastest car in Kenya. Okay? And I'm going to give you a ride.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you can have a seat. So I'll give you a ride in the G80. Actually, it's parked outside there. I've come with it. For those who have never seen it, during the break time, I leave it the entire day there. It is there. So, please, kenye mmesoma saizi, I know you are going to join campus. Msiache hiyo skill ilale. For me, when I joined campus, I continue building products. I continue learning. You understand? I continue learning new things. When you develop something right now, don't be in a rush. Matunda itakuja. Okay? Remember, success is a habit. Okay? Success is what? It's a habit. Kama unaona, for example, wakimbiaji, anaamka kila siku, seme 5 am, anaenda kukimbia, anarudi. Anaamka kila siku, 5 am, anaenda kukimbia. So you make it a habit. So if you make it a habit, where kazi yako ni kucode, kufanya innovation, kucode, that's when success will come. Okay? So always remember, success is a habit. Success is what? It's a habit. Kama wewe ni mtu wa kuamka kila siku saa 3, saa 2 unalala, unapigia mom, pocket money nini, you'll be wasting yourself. You'll be wasting yourself. I remember when I came, when my dad handed me over to Mr. Theory, by the time I was in, it was first year, I had bought my first BMW. Yeah. I bought my first BMW, a blue one, a 320i. Okay? That was by the time I was in first year. By the time I was in third year, nilikuwa nishachoka nayo. So I wanted something niko na sunroof, so I bought it. I bought another one. Okay? So now, just last year, it was last year, I said, you know, I saw this car trending. I was like, that's my dream car, and I'll be the first person to bring it in East Africa. Na nikajipush, and it happened. So what I'm saying, msilale after hapa. Usikuwa unangojea mami ama dadi akutumie do ama nini. Unakaa, una waste your 4 years in campus, ndo umemaliza saa campus, ndo unaanza saa kutafuta kazi. Hapana. You have the skills right now. Okay? So campus is just a stage. Unaenda ukipitanga, but you have the skills right now to create product and change the life. Sawa sawa, tunakubaliana? Tunakubaliana? Hiyo skill uko nayo saizi, endelea kuitumia. The more unaacha kuitumia, things will change. Then utapata inaitwa aje? Kurust ama inaitwa skills kupotea. So continue pushing. Continue looking at your future. Na usiangalie maybe umetoka na well family, sasa una kazi ni kwenda campus, kupati, no, msifanye hizo vitu. Stay focused, use the skills zenye uko nazo saizi, na uendelee kujipush. I will leave my number for those who want to reach for more guidance and all that. You can able to reach me. So you can write it down. 07 04 722 837. I normally reply to messages, calls, and call me anytime. Not past midnight. So between past midnight, you can call me anytime, because I am normally up coding most of the time. So if you have any question after saa 5 usiku, saa 4 usiku, 5 asubuhi, call me. But between saa 6 na saa 10 usiku, don't call. That's sawa sawa. So I wish you well, and please keep pushing, and we will talk more. I have not forgotten. I'll take you for a ride. Where is he? Yeah, and then you will be able to share with them. Okay, but I want to be grateful to Mr. Theory, Nancy, and Joseph for really transforming my life through this program that you guys are going on, are going through. So muendelee kupush na muendelee kushikilia hapo. Sawa sawa. Opportunities are there, and mkimaliza campus, you can come join us and work with us. Opportunities ziko mingi tena sana. Sawa? Okay.
Don't forget your phone. Now, Alex, hata kama ni show off. Hey, anyway, thank you so much. Nimesikia G8. Now, I may have to kudandia your ride. I hope you'll be okay with that. Thank you so much. Hata mimi ningia kwa G8. Now, I have always told my student this, and I'm glad it is the same for him. My problem, my challenge initially was airtime to call my then girlfriend. And I was asking, nitaitisha mamangu credit kweli? Na niko na ndevu moja surely. And I've told my students the same thing. So you must push yourself. Whatever it is that you've learned, it is not enough. It is not little. January hauko unajua hata HTML ni nini. Right now you can do APIs. And as he said, you need to keep on learning. You need to keep on pushing yourself. I am sure if he had left whatever he did where he did, hangekuwa mahali yako sahi. So, and we had discussed this before. We spoke about the programs we have, and I'm just bringing this again because I just wanted to sink in. Learning never stops. And Modcom is dedicated to helping you get to where you want. Najua mnaonanga watu kwa ploti amepark gari nje. Na hamonangi akienda kazi. Ni akienda anatumia gari ya whole G8 kuendea cabbage jioni. Ama nyama. Okay, maybe yake ni kuku labda. Or probably they just order in. I don't know what they use a G8 for. I'll ask when we go to the ride. Anyway, so these people are just at home. Mnashanga mtu anatoa pesa wapi? Kwani mwizi? Juu mnamonanga tu na kinyasa na sandals ametoka. Haujui errors amekuwa akipambana nazo kwa hiyo nyumba yake. And you guys now understand what I mean by that. So keep pushing. We gave you a document with our advanced programs, and I told you that they are starting on 25th of May. So talk to your parents. If you're not joining campus immediately, Modcom, we are not done nurturing you guys. All right? Na usiulize G8 yangu iko wapi? Mimi niko na Futsubishi. Sawa. Now that's it and done. I have also invested in other places, not G80. So I have a Futsubishi. My friend Job Dirango. Acha tusiende hapo. Anyway, so wazazi, support your children. My father used to tell me hakuna kitu kingine naweza niachia isipokuwa masomo, juu kwetu hakuna shamba. So support them if they are willing to learn. All right? They have a document that contains all of our advanced programs from artificial intelligence to software engineering, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, machine learning, and these are areas that are really impacting the current modern world that we are living in. You hear people talking about ng'ombe iko na ugonjwa upi. You just need to understand. So we need to create solutions for our problems. We cannot always rely on big companies from outside the country. Akina Google, akina Meta, atuwa ndo wanatutundia solutions yetu. And yet we have the brains. So let us build what we can and let us get there. So again, we have the advanced programs starting a week from Monday. So when you wanapumzika, tupumzike wiki moja. So May 25th, we are going to start our advanced programs. And those who are starting there, his leadership in higher education has helped shape the next generation of IT programs. So please join me as we welcome our dedicated educator, a visionary leader, and a passionate technologist, Dr. Leonard Wakoli. So makofi tafadhali. Makofi tena kabisa kabisa. Thank you so much, our chairman and Bwana Wakoli. Karibu.
Thank you so much. Okay. Good morning. Thank you. Our parents, guardians, all other invited guests, the graduates, good morning. Good morning once again. Hapo juu mmeniona. Asante sana. So just before I make my remarks, I would like to request Bwana Theuri and the management team just to stand up and wave. The Modcom management team, there's Mr. Theuri there, we have Nancy, we have Joseph there. We also have Jacinda. Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I first and foremost would like to take this opportunity to, on behalf of Modcom, welcome all of us to this graduation, particularly the parents who have traveled from far and wide. We cannot take it for granted. This is a very important day, as you heard from the previous speakers, particularly to the graduates. I'm sure by the time they will be leaving this room, they will be highly transformed. Allow me to just mention a few things about this graduation. We've had many graduations here before, but I want to say this is a bit unique. Unique in the sense that, particularly bearing in mind the alumni who has just talked here, these youngsters you are seeing here, I'm very sure by the time they are leaving this place, they'll be very transformed. And this is why such a gathering is very, very crucial. Allow me to mention this, that at one point in time, several years ago, in America, there was a young lady called Helen Keller. She was born normal, but after 2 years, I think at the age of 2 years, she became blind and deaf. One time, she was asked after she had grown up and remained blind, and she was asked what she would consider between vision and sight, which of the two would be more important if she was to give out the answer. And she told the audience that the greatest gift God gives us, human beings, is the gift of vision. Parents who are here and guardians, you have no idea what you have done, the greatest thing you have done to your children here, to your kids here. You have actually given them a vision, the gift of vision through education, and you'll be seeing it as we move along. The principal mentioned several things that are happening here. The current technology. We are in this space, and we are embracing this space fully. So let's encourage these graduates that the skills they have acquired here are so important that if they pursued them, they will have no regrets about coming here. I am a mathematician, as much as I'm using it to do many other things, but I keep reflecting. In mathematics, we have several principles, but there's one principle that I would like to mention that is so key. We refer to it as the pigeonhole principle. How many of us have heard of the pigeonhole principle? This is how it is. That you have 5 pigeons and 4 pigeonholes. So what it means is that out of the 4 pigeonholes you have, and you have the 5 pigeons, one of the pigeonholes must be shared. Is that true? Is that true? So to our graduates, with this kind of skills that we have acquired, we believe and trust that we will be among the pigeons that will occupy their own holes. We will not share any hole. Is that true? I don't know if you are getting what I'm telling you. So please be on the lookout. Networking is very crucial. Now that you have these skills, go out of your way. And I'm very sure, particularly those who are going to other institutions of higher learning, you'll be exemplary and stay focused as you've been advised. Without much ado, I would like to just request one of our guests in the name Nelson, just stand up. This Nelson was my student at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University. He's also in this space. We shall invite him one of these fine days to Modcom. to come and share with us what he's doing outside there because of technology. Nelson, maybe just say your name, wave and say your name, then we shall invite you. Okay, thank you very much. So without much ado, let me, on my own behalf and behalf of Modcom, welcome none other than Dr. Edward Ombui, the keynote speaker, to come and talk to us. Daktari, you're welcome.
Good morning. I want to start with a question. And my question is, I don't know whether you start with the parents or the graduates. Okay. But here's my question. I think a very simple one. Today, as you came this morning, as we're looking at the gas stations and petrol stations, what is the price of diesel? Ama nimeguza kitu mbaya. Hello? Oh, that's much better. What's the price of diesel? What's the price of petrol? Mefika ngapi? Oh, mtu wa G? Okay. Mafuta ama hiyo wangaliangi. Okay. I want to share with you a story. In fact, as you were sharing and others have been sharing, I want to share with you a story of a young man. And this young man, chanifungue ndio niangalie vizuri. This young man grew up just like all of us. And his name is Ignacy. Now they say it in Polish, Łukasiewicz, okay? Now he grew up, he grew up in Austria. And growing up at that time, he lost his father when he was 14. And kama kawaida, you know, issues again going to school, so he dropped out. So one of his uncles asked him to come and help him in his pharmacy. So he went there, and he was very curious. So mark the word curious. He was very curious to learn, hizi dawa zote kwa shelves, you know, people coming, oh, I want this and this and this, I'm not feeling this way, nimeambiwa I take this. So he was very interested to learn, how is this medicine, how do you create it, what are the components? So that curiosity made him to continue learning. And he asked, you know, his uncle whether, you know, he can enroll for school, which he did, and he didn't stop there. He continued, so that pursuit for education, not education for getting the certificate only, but because he wanted to understand, how do I actually build, now mirroring what he was saying, when he approached the car park or car attendant, this system, okay, how is it working, okay? So just going beyond the interface and trying to understand the working behind. And so Ignacy actually continued to learn and trying to understand what are the different things, what makes the medicine. And remember, he studied pharmacy. Now, there was a resource. And by the way, he was born in 1822. Okay. And which year are we? We're in 20. So that's over how many years? Okay. But he did something up to date. We are benefiting from his research. We're benefiting from his innovations. Not innovation, innovations. So, I don't know whether you can go to the next one. And while he was in school, just like you've come to Modcom and you're going to join maybe university, kama kawaida, there was that particular course which was very tricky. And I don't know in Modcom, which one was the trickiest? Ni subject ya nani ilikuwa ngumu zaidi? Okay. And the subject that he failed was a subject that was key to what he wanted to do. And that was in pharmacognosy, okay? And he failed it, so he didn't graduate the time the others were graduating. Maybe even today, there are some of you who are supposed to have sat here, probably they're watching online, but maybe because of one or two courses, you didn't make it here. And he was feeling, you can see the disappointment he had, okay? Wazazi wamengoja, kwani wengine wanaenda kugraduate na wewe graduate. But he had to redo it again. So he went back to the pharmacy and he continued doing research. Now, one of the things which we know that our fuel comes from petroleum oil. Petroleum oil is found mostly due to decomposing whether animals or fish, especially in the sea, at the floor of the sea, okay, or deep in the earth. So that is what normally then it was just sludge, you know, some black stuff which is sticky. So he was looking at this and said, what can I do? Okay, and some of the components were actually used for medicine. What can I do to experiment and see what else can we do with this sludge? Okay, and I think you can be moving on, yeah, with the next slide. So, and pointing to that, saying that innovation, and I like the story that was shared here, innovation actually began, his innovations began after graduation. And today that's the challenge, and that's the key thing I'm saying here, that the work starts today, okay? We're not celebrating and saying, umemaliza masomo. Now it's when you start the work. So he went ahead and formed, he was trying to what we do, there's a process called distillation. So taking the crude petrol oil, okay, initially the lighting that was there, ilikuwa chafu sana. It brings a lot of some black stuff, like in a car, in the combustion, you find kuna ile, you know, especially, it's very dusty and very black. And so when he distilled this, he found there's a substance which is clear, and it lights very well, and it's not dirty. And he was the brains behind today what we call kerosene or paraffin. And people are like, wow, there's this white substance, or rather clear substance. It doesn't smell much, and it's cleaner. He went ahead and said, okay, how can we light our streets which are dark? And he's the guy behind the innovation of the kerosene lamps. Maybe you guys have never used, probably the parents, umesha tumia this one, yeah? He's the brain behind the kerosene lamp. Now we know what kerosene is used for, okay? Even the jets that we fly, ndege haitumii petroli, inatumia kerosene. I hope you know that, yeah? And why kerosene? As the plane goes miles and miles up in the air, you know it's very cold. If you use petrol, itakuwa solid, it will solidify. And you know the results that will be, yeah? So kerosene still remains liquid even at negative 47 degrees. And that's why jets, planes use kerosene, okay? Though they call it jet fuel, it's actually kerosene. And so many people came, you can be moving to the next slide, yeah? Many people came and said, how can we buy that innovation? okay? Because using his ideas, they were able to create the very first commercial oil refinery. Najua our president ameenda Tanzania akasema Tanga kutakuwa na oil refinery. But the starting of that was behind him. And from steam engines, now we could be able to have combustion engines that are able to use very interesting stuff like these ones, okay? And planes came in and all those. And to date, we're benefiting from innovations done by Ignashi, okay? So what is the point here we're saying? As we move on to the next slide, the innovation, the ideas that we're having, they're not out there, they start with you. What started with one man going beyond after his graduation, despite the hurdles and challenges, his innovation were not for himself, okay? In fact, when he was told, especially by the Americans, whether they can buy that, yeah, because he patented it, and he said, no. For me, I'm not going to sell this. I'm giving it for free. And one of the things he acknowledged, and he said, this has been given to me for the benefit of humanity. And please underscore that, yeah? And I totally believe, and I want to challenge Wanjala and others, when God gives us success, when God gives us ideas, when God gives us knowledge, it's not for your own consumption. It's not for your own enriching, but it's for the betterment of society. So he went ahead and gave the people the formulas, and a particular family in the US ran with it. And I think maybe you know them up today. They're called the Rockefeller. The Rockefeller, they went into production of oil, you know, and all that. And to date, the richest family in the world is still the Rockefeller. Okay, you had the Rockefeller Foundation. But the brains behind, okay, all that innovation on how oil, you can take sludge and distill and find, you know, create paraffin and create whatever called kerosene, was behind, it was this man called Ignashi, and with his partner. And remember, with the mentorship again of the guy who gave him the opportunity. And why am I bringing this as I bring this to a close? Your teachers, and I heard the young man talk about, you know, Mr. Theuri, Mr. Joseph, and the other teachers. And most importantly, the people who are sitting at the balcony. Do not get to a point unadhania, sasa mimi nimejua zaidi kuwaliko. Okay? Remember always the people who are with you when you started. There's always a blessing that follows, okay? And they will guide you. Your parents may not know the AI to the details you know, but they are able to see a lot more, okay? So never forget, never grow horns. Vile tunasema wa Kenya, usimee pembe, okay? Always go back to the default. At the end of the day, remember they do this because they care about you, they love you very much, and you need to, they don't necessarily want you to buy for them a G8 or whatever it is, okay? If you can, well and good. But they're very happy to see you succeed. In fact, releasing you from the nest and saying, go to the world and make a difference. And I think for me now as a parent again, the best my children can do is when I hear them, when I get to hear that they are making innovations that are helping humanity. Not necessarily me. And today there are parents crying, ashamed, because their kids are on the newspaper for all the wrong reasons. Or in some other hostels, whether the hostels are in Kamiti or the hostels are in Kodiaga, okay? And they're saying, did I give birth to someone who's causing problems in society? So the question is, are you a problem solver or a problem itself in the society that people are trying to solve? And my challenge for us is, let's be that difference. Especially in this continent, out of all the continents, are they 7? They say the house is on fire. I'll be the first one to come and put it off. Why? Because if I don't put it off, mine will be next. Okay? So we understand we are a global village. everything that happens, we care about one another. And all these innovations, as we do all this, and one of the challenges, even at the university, as we train our students, is we're training you to be problem solvers, not the problems, okay? And as you do that, one of my philosophies, I believe strongly, it's like a puzzle. You're given pieces of it, but not the complete set. And that brings the second last point is collaboration. You cannot do it by yourself. You need to collaborate with others. The collaboration here is maybe a mentor, someone who tells you, I think you're going off, you need mentorship here and there. In fact, when Wanjala was talking like that, and I said, I think this young man, I need to take his number. He needs some more mentorship, okay? And to be able to see how can we help him grow even to the next level, okay? And to be able to see, one of the things your parents, by the way, your parent will not mind, actually for you, you don't change in their face. Whether you become the president of Kenya, you're still their daughter, you're still their son. And if they see you're going on the wrong side, they'll actually tell it to you as is. Watakwambia hapa, I think you're off, okay? It's not that they're telling you that, or they're not afraid to tell you because you will withdraw maybe the finances or something you're supporting them. No, 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 no. They're telling you because it's the right thing, okay, for you and to help you grow. As we finish up, the last words are these. They might not be very clear there. This knowledge and skills you've developed at Modcom, they are your license to start the journey, to start the innovation, to create something that is going to change and start from your community, okay? No one understands best the problems than the people already there. Collaborate, find out what are the issues, okay? And I was glad some from the projects I could see there's something about farming, there's something about education, there's something about, you know, all the issues that we struggle around here. In the university, that's our sole responsibility, to be able to create models in you, okay, to help you to actually solve the problems of your time. Now, for Ignashi, the problems of their time, and we are able to benefit to date, it was around the idea of light. And in fact, one of the things I didn't say about him, his innovation, by the way, it stayed for 2 years. People were not, actually, once he took the lamp, he put it on the, what do you call it? The window of the pharmacy. And people were wondering, what is that light? Okay. And they went ahead and tried to sell the idea, but it was not picking. One incident changed the whole formula, or the whole, his success. There was a patient who was rushed to hospital, but at night it was an emergency. They couldn't wait for morning to operate. Then they heard someone has come up with something that can give light at night, okay? And it doesn't smoke, it doesn't, because it was an open operation, so they needed light so that they're able to operate. So that's how they got his lamp, and they were able for the first time to do an operation at night, the whole night, and save that man. After that, word went around and said, there's this light that doesn't smoke, there's this light, and it picked up, and that's where, you know, it got commercialized. And sometimes I think as young people, you want to hold the idea to yourself, and you're saying, if I share it out, itaibwa, okay? And that's why your mentors always come back to your teachers, always come back, you know, share with your parents and saying, this is the idea I'm having. How do I go? They might not necessarily know exactly how, but they can point you also to what are the next big steps, okay? You need someone to hold you, you need someone to guide you, you need someone to point you to the right direction. And you have everything, okay? The structures are there from home, from school, and from, you know, all around, maybe church or mosque, okay? And ours is, if we are able to go, start lighting our path from where you are, then the world will be a better place. And finally, I think the last slide. Maybe you can skip to the last one. Okay. I'll finish by, and I think most of those have been pointed out, but as we said again, never stop learning. This is the beginning. It's a seed that needs to be watered. Continue experimenting. And the key word there is experimenting. Experimenting means sometimes, actually, most of the time you might fail, okay? But never stop. It teaches you the many ways the stuff doesn't work. Continue experimenting, you learn, okay, I tried this way, it didn't work, now let me try a different style or let me try a different alternative, okay? And just like Ignacy, just due to the failures he had, he didn't stop with that. He continued making innovations, okay? And then turn your setbacks into, let them fuel you, okay? And probably I want to touch on nerve, okay? And not underplaying the issues of mental health. However, there's a thin line between saying, mental health issues and persistence, okay? Most of this stuff, again, maybe the people at the balcony may understand me a lot more, okay? Where we're saying, oh, you know what, you've been pushed, oh, now you're affecting me mental health, okay? And it's a very thin line between really, and you're saying the assignments, the homework you're being given in school, it's part of the stuff that helps you to develop resilience, okay? And therefore, as we do all this, okay, try to develop the muscles. And sometimes it can get very much, and we know the place of that, but let it not be an excuse every time. And I've had employers today, now that I've sat on both sides, that as an employee and as an employer, whereby people say, you know what, I didn't come yesterday because I think I'm having, I needed to take a mental break. You're like, okay, well and good. But then there is order and procedures. If you're not coming, you need to inform people that you're not coming. If it's your team, be it even at home. If push comes to shove, something happens, you don't just slip away from home, or you don't come back home, and you don't report. And those are the skills you learn. When I heard Joseph saying, anakuja kwa class anapata watu wamefungiwa nje. All that is training. Because at the workplace, sasa si kufungiwa nje, it will be deducted from your salary, okay? There are consequences. And that training starts from the time you're in school with assignments. And a challenge again, do not wait for you to get to formal employment to get your work experience. Your work experience as coders, as programmers, started the day you walked into Joseph's class, you walked into Duncan's class. That is your work experience. That is your CV you're writing. Collaborate, as I said, Ignacy did not do it by himself. He had people to help him. Create value for others. When you create value for others, then people don't just clap for you. People appreciate you by writing a check, okay? And saying, umetusaidia sana, hii tu ni kusema asante, okay? And many, many other people, once they do that, then you actually start getting back. But it doesn't start on day one. You have to prove that whatever you're creating, the systems we've been shown today, who finds it useful? Okay? The learning management system that you created, who is it helping? Have they found it useful? Always remember that. And eventually, they'll be able to see the value. Finally, as I said, give back. Ignacy did not hold the innovation to himself. He opened up the knowledge. He let people know how he's able to distill the crude petroleum oil into kerosene, okay? And now, see from kerosene, when you're talking about planes, are actually benefiting from the subsequent innovations are benefiting from the initial innovation. So what you start today, you don't know the ripple effect it's going to be happening or having in the future. My prayer for all of you, the graduates, that as we shall be looking at the year 2100, or the year 2200, 100 years from now, I am certain of one thing, none of us will be alive in this room. But people who should be talking about, I saw, all those names that I saw here. Will people be talking about your name? Will people be talking about your name? Or your name, or your name? And my prayer is, at least I know for Mr. Theuri and Modcom and Nancy and the rest, people will be remembering and saying, you had an impact. Vivian, okay, and others. And let that be our story, that we create value for others, we're able to collaborate, we're able to embrace lifelong learning, and we're able to give back. Because it's in giving back, the hand that is open is the one that also receives a lot more. With that, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations again, and God bless you very much.
Wow, that was very inspiring. What I like about that is being pushed. And it's okay, as he says, you can be pushed, you can say no, it's too much, but you need to be, persevere. You need perseverance, you need to take it, you need to push yourself to want to become better, to do better, to keep going, even when things seem to be difficult. I know there are students, for example, one of my students aliniambia, hata sio code ingefanya niache shule, ni venye huu na to harass. And I was like, I know principal, amesema tunafungianga nje, but it is not because we enjoy pushing you. It is because we want to mold you into citizens that will get to a level where you are creating solutions to our problems and, achieving the dreams that you have. So keep pushing yourselves and keep, aiming higher and becoming better. All right, thank you so much, our keynote speakers, Bwana Wakori, Bwana Wambui. We are going on, and time kidogo tuna recover time, hatujapotea sana. So we are going to switch up things a little bit. We are going to start with vote of thanks, tumalizia na the reason as to why we are here. Si mmekujia graduation yenu certificate zenu. So that was the next part, but we are going to skip that kidogo. Just for like 2-3 minutes, we hear our vote of thanks. We are going to start with a student, Sylvia Wamboi from Lab 4. Karibu, Sylvia. Atafuatwa na Hamati Morgan, Lab 1, and then our director. So encourage her with a clap. Encourage her with a clap, Sylvia. Karibu.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sylvia Wamboi. On this special day, I'd like to sincerely thank God, my mom, family, teachers and friends, and everyone who supported me throughout this journey. Your encouragement, guidance, and prayers helped me to reach this milestone. While learning software development, the journey was not always easy. I faced challenges such as understanding difficult concepts, fixing errors in my code, meeting deadlines, and sometimes feeling frustrated when my things did not work out as expected. However, these challenges taught me patience, persistence, and importance of never giving up. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on our achievement. Thank you all for celebrating us today.
Good morning. Good morning once more. So I've come to give like a vote of thanks on behalf of the students, right? So first of all, I'd like to start by thanking the school, Modcom Institute of Technology. They've been very accommodating, right? They have instilled us with the values all the way from not cursing just because things go wrong, all the way to timekeeping, right? I'd also like to thank my parents because it has been a journey. It has been through financial struggles and all that sort of chat. And I'd also like to thank students, not just from my lab, everyone in general, for like making today what it is and what the past 5 months have been for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamati. We also thank you all as well for being our students. Now, hiyo si yangu ya kusema, ni ya director, mkurugenzi mkuu Bwana Theuri. Karibu sana, tumpigie makofi akija tafadhali. Keep climbing until he gets here. Kuna watu wako na ucho ya makofi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, parents, and also parents in the tent. Parents, chief guest, Mr. Obui, Dr. Obui, Wakori, staff members, to the students. I'm so happy today, so happy, because we have had various graduations here, but we have never been live. My mom back in the village right now, back in the village, Nyeri County, she can't be able to see what her son and the team members have been able to achieve. Make your parent proud. I was a young man like you, 20 years down the line, after high school, 20 plus years, see what's happening. I'm very proud of Alex Wajara. I found him as a Form 4 leaver from St. Patrick's 10. You should have mentioned your school, boss. It's important. I'm also a proud product of Kagomo High School. When you hear such stories, even angels in heaven open doors for us. And we are saying the same God who was with us, who is with us, he is with him, will be with you. The chief guest has said, which side of life divide do you want to be in? Do you want to be remembered as a serious student or a person who is in doing bad things? I want to share a very short story of two Bible characters. To the Muslim families, kindly forgive me. In the Bible, we had Joseph and Samson. For Joseph, I'll narrow it down to 3 P's. The young man was put in a pit, he was put in prison, he also became a prime minister. Equally, on the other side, Samson was very gifted, very strong. For Joseph, in all his phases in life, God was with him. He faced challenges as we all face challenges in life. God never left him. For Samson, on the other hand, he forgot his God. Did what he did. You know the Delilah story. And he had a very sad ending. When I look at the Bible and read that story, I feel very bad for him. It ended up very badly for him. Today, I believe it's not the last time we are seeing your faces. Every year, we'll be inviting speakers to come from our alumni. This event will not be deleted from our socials. It's going to be there. It's historic. 100 years from now, if you'll be alive, you'll tell your glad daughters, I graduated some times back. And they'll be able to see it. So, Mutuli had mentioned about advancement. To the parents, you can relax with your kids for a week or so. Bring them back. Bring them back to us. I was given the chance to offer the vote of thanks. I'm really honored and humbled. We have an entire team, the management. There's a lady here I would like to recognize. Vivian, come. Anyone seated here who came to Modcom, at least if you didn't see me, you saw her. True or false? She has been very good. And Vivian, thank you so much for the good work you've done. Then there is Madam Nancy. She says, Duli, you know I'm not a PR person, but Madam Nancy, kindly Come here and say hi to the parents. She is our bank. She's our bank. I'm very sure you have maybe some parents have confronted her, she's here there, about the fees, but she has made us proud. Mr. Joseph also should also come here. Joseph, come. Yeah. Joseph, come. The reason why that we are here today, we are celebrating what this gentleman has conceptualized. He was a very sharp young man. Let me use that word because I'm older than him. He was among the first graduates of Safaricom. It was called Safaricom? Safaricom Academy. A brain is here. You have heard Wajira mentioning him. You're not talking about 3 years, over 15 years experience. I salute you guys. Let's keep on. Also behind the scene, we have Jacinta has left and Dr. Wakoli, who have been helping us behind the scenes. We do appreciate you. And there's also a young man, Mr. Muturi and Mr. Kamodo. Come here. This gentleman here, you know, in every organization, there's what we call light-hearted man. This has been that gentleman. Very proud of you. Keep on. This is a young man here, Mr. Kamodo, has really worked very hard. For the first time at Modcom, for the first time, almost 9 years now, we have graduated how many students? 65. He says 65 online students. How many online students do we have here, kindly? Just raise up your hand. This gentleman, Mr. Kamodo, has done us proud. Thank you, Mr. Kamodo. Thank you, Muturi. So to the parents, I know we may have kwaruzana, tunaweza kuwa tumekosea kidogo, tukiitisha pesa. Tusamehe. Ikiwa tumekukosea, tusamehe. And I'm very sure one day, one time you will remember us. And we look forward to having even a September graduation for the advanced class, if you give us the chance. And I think with us, Muturi, where are you? I can just hand over now the mic. To the parent, I wish you safe travel. To the student, as I finish, kindly, so many things are happening. You have heard the two doctors talk about character. I'm an SDA adherent, and one of our girls was splashed with acid. I will not mention names. Kwa jina la Mungu aishie. Tusiwahi ona siku moja kwa runinga zetu mtoto wetu. Tuwe tunasema, wow, that is our kid. Because I come from Nyeri, Nancy is from Murang'a, Joseph is from Laikipia, Wakoli is from Bungoma, and Jacinta is from Murang'a, I think. Pika. Very different people from different backgrounds came together, thought of an idea, and you have seen. So you can also collaborate. You can collaborate. And at this age, don't be cheated about relationships. Ask your mother or your father if they married their first girlfriend. They'll be lying to you. It's 0.01%. Your current boyfriend, girlfriends, don't, even myself, I'm married to one wife, Lynette Awol, from Homa Bay County, and I come from the village, Nyeri. Let that sink in. That's done, that sink in. For now, as the two speakers has mentioned, focus on skills building and mentorship. My office, I'm very sure those of you we have interacted, ever at the times of Mr. Alex, my office is very free to see me. Any person who walks, hi Mr. Theory, even when we meet in Nairobi, it's very small, just say hi. So, Muturi, you can, no? Okay, fine. No, I can be finishing, I say. So to the parent, we salute you. Edeni nyumbani mwambie wale wazazi wengine tumetoka Nairobi leo, graduation ya mtoto wetu ambaye alikuwa Modcom na alikuwa anasoma mambo ya full stack software development. Unaweza wapigia simu na baba yetu simuko naye ama umlete. Tutashukuru sana. We will be very, very glad. So we are going to organize, and with my team, the pictures we are going to take kindly, student, when you're becoming here to pick your certificate, ensure you don't have the blazers on, because we are going to upload the pictures for easier retrieval. Once you go home, you can be able to print it and put it in your house. So we are going to upload the graduation pictures. Otherwise, for me, just come, Mr. Kamuto, bring it. We need to nangoja mmalize tu. Are you set now? Yes, we are ready. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's fine.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Bwana Theuri. Tunashukuru sana. Kidogo tu. Fantastic. So we are now at the point where, or we have gotten to what brought you here today, which is basically getting your certificates. So before I start, I need to mention that you have, well, we do not have lunch for you guys, but we have a snack pack, all right? So we have a snack pack. Every student is getting 2, 1 for themselves and 1 for their garden. Najua message ilikuwa imesema mkuje na mzazi mkakuja na familia. It's okay. Tunawashukuru, karibuni sana, tunawapenda. You are all ours. Thank you so much for coming. Unfortunately, the gift, the snack pack is only 2. So yours plus mzazi wako anakupeleka mahali mkule mshereke. So hata hiyo snack pack probably. And it is important. So after you get your certificate number 1, do not usitoke nje. We are almost done. Our program says tunamaliza 12, so we are almost there. So once you get your certificate, you're supposed to come to go back to your seats. All right. As you come for your certificates, ukuje na t-shirt ya Modcom. Is that okay? It is not as by the regulations that demand juu hujafanya degree, huwezi fanya gown. So we are going to use your t-shirt. So please, when you wamevaa sweta zingine juu, just for about 5 minutes. Now, we are going to start with lab 1, followed by lab 2, followed by lab 3, followed hivyo hadi mwisho. Sawa. Tafadhali, nataka wanafunzi wote wa lab 1 wakuwe wakikuja hapa. If you get left behind, and you all know, I don't like, tusipoteze masaa sana. I don't have to call you Hamati. Where is Hamati? Alafu na unatoka huko Meru. Sawa? Oh, not Meru. Meru is a bit far. So please, tukaribie hapa na we move swiftly. Is that okay? So lab 1 students wanafaa kuwa wamekaribia hapa, tafadhali. Lab 1 students. Then I'm going to call them quickly. So we are going to start with Juliet Wariara Njoki, Leons Wanjiko Masharia, Josephat Gishomo. We are going to have Suyanka Derek Meteron, Biombio, Juliet Wariara. I don't understand why there are people who are still sitting. Nani wanafunzi wa lab 1? Mtakuja certificate shule. Nikijam. I'm kidding anyway. All right, so ushachukua za nimesoma. Derek Meteron, Jiro David Kimathi, Amos Protich Koech. Hurry up. To start us off, I would like to welcome Bwana Ombui to award the certificates. Kindly Bwana Ombui. So pandeni Geshomo, panda juu Geshomo. Kama jina lako lishasomwa unakuja tu umepanda juu. So Bwana, you can just stand here alafu mtapiga. Amos Coach. So once you get here at the podium, you just say your name and then you get your certificate. Thank you so much. Mutanu Karen, Daisy Njeri Maingi, we have Alan Kipngetich, Mudongo Owen, Elfas Kiplangat Kemboi, Gloria Njeri Waweru, Kombo Bradley Sichampo, Wamburi Peter, Mutua Jefuni Ngane, Njiro Alvin, sorry. Njiro Alvin Kinyanjui, Bosco Bundi Kirema, Henry Opela, Njeri Faith Chepchumba, Penina Wahunganga, Virginia Waroino Juguna, Aaron Othiambo Okech. Just come and say your name, Kenyanji. Don't queue. Sema tu jina lako. Wariara. Okay. Shem, nimalizie. Shem Mwendoa, Musembe Morgan Hamati, Emmanuel Baraka Dirango Deritu, Kithinji Royford, Jabali hakuji. Waliniambia hakuji. Lucy Nyokabi Karioki, Abraham Omondi Ongola. Ndogo mwende. Ngei Faith Mutuo. Marani Wekesa Isaac. Nganga Kirika Edwin. Omondi Samuel Dre Mbata. We have Kamau Ryan Kade Njehia. George Brighton. Minor Stephen Gitonga. Ryan Moore. Aswani Brilliance Watende. Fadhili Faradis Owur. Kimani Victor Alan Kiojori. Kibelesi Richard Satya. Malak Ombudo. Rosemary Wamboi Karonja. Chabu Maureen Antoinette. Timado Austin Malabo. Githinji David. Kilimo Edwin. Mbugwa Morgan Mungai. Moneki Tracy Nganga. Wanjiru Trevor Hudson. Kaingi Victor Kamau. Lab 2 mkaribie mbio mbio. Lab 2 mkaribie pale. Remember, don't come with your jacket on. So lab 2 students quickly should be queuing down here. Lab students tukianza na kina Joe Kagia. Na wajua majina. Nitawaita majina before atanipata certificates. Gani? Hapo tu. Frankalan. Nani? Satya chana takuja kwa ofisi I think. Wanafunzi wa lab 2. Fantastic. Ryan Rodrick, let me leave it at that. Stalin Alvin Munene, Coach Obadia Kipkosngei, Katimanga Major Paul, Alan Wande, Elias Achola, Joe Githiri Kagia. We have Willis Otieno, we have Omar Al Kamil, Sixtus Duiga Moreithi, Ryan Otieno, tuharakisha watu wa lab 2. Sean Leshan Lenayasa, Kinywa Elizabeth Mwendwa, Ryan Wangai Juguna, James Benson Mburu, Gishimu Irene Wambua, Trevor Wafula Wilson, Lance Alpha Kenei. Don't you just say your name. Ukishafika. Daniel Kathenga Wanjiku, Simiyu Bivoni Ombiru, Stanley Mwendwa, Simiyu Magi, Wamboi Tiffany Mumbi, Larry Kiptanoi Kemei, Jemima Wamboi, Karogoi, Abel Magomere. Lab 3 students queue quickly. Lab 3 students mnafasa mkuu hapa chini mbio mbio. Tukianzishwa na Nyakeo. Quickly. Wanafunzi wa lab 3. Wanafunzi wa lab 3, they should be down here. What is the hold up? Who's in lab 3? Tuende lab 4. Ni kama hawayuko lab 3. So lab 4. So lab 4. So this is lab 4, right? Oh, ndo mmekuja lab 3. Oh, karibu mkuje Modcom. I'm kidding anyway. Haya. Tuanze na Mutuku Charity Mwikali. Kingori Lewis Dungu. We have Wanjiko Natalie Wanjiro, and as we continue, I would like to thank Bwana Ombio. Thank you so much for your time. Let us have our principal. No, before our principal, let us have Bwana Alex. Alex Wanjara, kindly. Joe tusaidie kwa word certificates kidogo. Alright, Jenga Michelle Mukei, Kamoro Ian Tajeu, Crispus Mwondoa, Maloba Philip, Ogaki Mora Deborah, Stephen Alfred Mwandwa, Sadiki Matunda Nyata, Mutoni Ekra Wangesi, Wanjohi Sara Nyaguthie, Mburu Teresia Wamaitha, Bevis Laptei Kooyo, Murithi Michelle Wanjiru. Once you get here, just say your name, do certificate yako. Kimathi Stacy Kathomi, Murage Esther Nyakio, Dominic Idalo, Muriuki Martin Kivuti, Murithi Chantel Murugi, Eddie Karanja Muniu, Oliver Kao, Njuguna Faith Muhaki, Kak Lida Munene, Maureen Mora Amboga, Brian Baraka Sikolia. Lab 4 students quickly. Lab 4 students quickly. Tukue hapa chini. Lab 4 students. How are you doing? Fit? Yeah. Very good. Aya, tukikosa lab 4 tunaenda lab 5. You see, let us not waste time, tafadhali. You know in lab 4, so why are you still seated? The faster we get this done, the faster you go celebrate you guys. So tuchangamke mbio mbio. Let us not call you multiple times so that we can save on time. Jenga Mary Wangeshi, Mwangi Joseph Ngatia, Patience Gift Mwangi, Crispus Mbuthia Waithera, Aaron Taria, Kevin Wamalwa, Muithi Timothy Mwendwa, Fidel Abuko, Agnes Wanjiro Gishuki, Julie Tracy Migalitza, Chris Collins Fundi Njue, Lewis Choba Njeri, Collins David Mwangi, Adrian Kaboga, Etole Gavans Vigendi, Hope Gadhoni, Kathethu Isaac Dirangu, Paul Lovedra Ochieng, Gideon Kabolo, Kamau Margaret Wanjiru, Joshua Kabolo, Sylvia Wambui Juguna, Glenn Bright Risonga, Mwakazi Dastan Mwalimo, Prince Murage Muraithi, Wamuhu Alvin Kirui, William Machemo, Joel Gwatemba, Joy Chemeli, Jenga Grace Muihaki, Lovelyn Michelle. Once you get here, karibieni useme tu jina lako. Just karibia. Sylvia, don't queue. Kuja tu useme jina lako. Na mtajitaga na hii kidogo tu. Mtajitaga. Karibia useme jina lako, karibia useme jina lako, karibia tuseme jina lako. Jackie. Sema tu jina, sema jina. All right, lab 5, quickly. Lab 5. Lab 5 quickly, lab 5. Na tulisema ukishachukua certificate yako, you get, those who are living, I don't know why you are living, you should remain settled. So let us stay in our labs until we are almost done. We only have about 4 labs and online to go. Vivian Mora Obiri, Fancy Makendo Ongeri, Dennis Kipkosngei, Matthias Wambua Kioko, Jeremy Othiambo, John Dune Sababu, Ashton Gishuhi, Jordan Kimutai Kirui, Hildaya Mianzi Jilani, Tabitha Wahu Dungu, Gashugu Ivoranjiri, Peace Mutheu, Mwangi Elimax Gikonyo, Ryan Regan Muthama, Andrew Muthami Muthengi, Adha Ingavo, Sankori Victor Lepapis, Cynthia Silayo, Eliud Meshak, Sayalal Shumari, Kiyumu Jinjiri, Marvin Ochieng, Hamaton Isabu Ingasia, Onwang Kwamboka, Arika, Imani Asoba, Rudrik Beldav Denda, Caleb Kimutai Koril, Imani Ndungu Kahura, Mako Kipkalia Tembur, Githaiga John Sylvia Wanjiru, Gloria Ki Kobia, Thuo Leon Kabugi, Kinyanji Samuel Kamau, Deborah Michelle, Nyagoso Abednego Kusimba, Nicodemus Kilonzo, Nguo Mumo, Shannon Vanella Mundi, Adhiambo Omundi, Ndiritu Stephen Muraya, Promise Deborah, Dylan Amani, Sophie Kendi, Wanjohi Adrian Muita. Karibia useme jina lako. Don't just stand there. Karibia useme jina lako. Karibia useme jina. Karuya Eric Toyanka, Christabel Patience Muo, Bailey Maweu Mwendwa, Njoroge Georgina Mwende, Kaunga Linus Muthama, Stephen Carlos Onyango, Mushiri Claire Wamboi, Mwangi Derek Juguna, wa Muoma Seth Emmanuel, Muga Ken Mugala, Mark Karioki, Waisman Kalava Vidolo, Kialo K Muo, Natasha Karioki. So tuharakishe kidogo. I think hawa kwa nyuma huko nyuma jina nimeita mwisho. So tuharakishe. Just say your name. Just come in and say your name mbio. Ndio huyo. Mbio. Your name. Sophie Kendi. Jobo angalia zako. Hakuna. Just say your name once you get. Roni Gloria Kobia. Lab 6 tafadhali mbio. Thank you so much Bwana Wanjala. Thank you. Na usisahau nakuja hiyo ride. Don't forget. At this time I would like to request our chairman Bwana Wakoli tafadhali. Lab 6 tu hapa tafadhali. Lab 6. We start with Michael Munene Moneki. Misati Amos Osoro, Aaron Kipngetich Koech, Moses Kivuli Mbuvi, Peterson Gatungu, Gitao Francis Mwangi, Saruni Shem Parit, Jex Moreithi Karanja, Hirani Mansava Mehi, I think, Angel Zadria Jamutai, Frank Kimathi, Brian Rotich, Matthias Mchana Gambua, Wayne Masharia, Philemon Muganzi Lukula, Manase Kenga, Brittany Belinda, Buraka Douglas, Waithaka Louise Wainaina, Nyamoya Hilda Nyangara, Christian, Ryan Mutsami, Riak Gugei Mayen, Anjo Kikinywa, Collins Kibet Yegon, Kelenko Elijah Musoito, Vincent Saitabui Kosen, Kelvin Kisia, Sarah Blessing, Leonard Andati, Paul Kapaiko Mamunka, Brian Ketkemoi Koech, Mutsotso Victor Imani, Haemba Esther Hadassa. Haemba Esther Hadassa. So I'm sure Lab 7 students understand, so we are going to skip you for a minute. So next should be Lab 8 students. So Lab 7 tutatulia, alafu tutawapanga. Sawa. Then from there tutaenda Lab 8. So Lab 8, let us start queuing as quickly as possible so that we can save time. Lab 8 students. All right, so Lab 8 students are here. Fantastic. Lab 4 students, confirm that you have your certificate. Umechukua ya mtu mwingine tafadhali. Just open and check whether you have your name. Okay. Malombe Shem Mutuko, that is Lab 8. Malombe Shem, Joy Mwende Charles, Fernando Kipkoril Mutai, Simiyu Brian Sirengo, Trevor Patrick Nyakea, Lin Wanjiru, Johnson Endege Kayaga, Isaac Gitonga, Marion Natali, Mutwiri Victor Mureti, Kelvin Kamuyu Githuri, Collins Kipkoech, Ogoe Jewel Ondiso, Timothy Mwondoa, Elvis Juguna, Anclea Wamboi Karanja, Penina Njoki Njambi, Ian Kimathi, Makori Elfas, Job Kimani Jabia. So watafuatwa na Lab 9. Watafuatwa na Lab 9. Karibu useme jina lako. Just come here to even to where Vivian is. Just come and say your name. Msipange laini. Kuna mtu anakula kuku. Kimpata atanigawia. kuna Nancy na kuna Thank you, Bwana Wakori. Apologies. Thank you so much. Asante. Let me start with the Chief of Operation, Madam Nancy. And then Lab 9, I believe. Tuharakisha Lab 9 before mwalimu wenu wa jama kwa hapa. Madam Nancy, thank you. Tuharakisha Lab 9, mbio mbio. Ama tuende Lab 10. Online, good. So Ashanti Wanjiku. Ashanti Wanjiku, followed by Praise Washington Okusa, Wilmark Kipkirui Koril, Marcus Kamau, Edric Paul, Bradley Morgan, Eugene Kieva Mathenya, Joroge David Baraka, Jewel Imani Sangara. Wenye tumeita hajafika? Moneki Wangoi Ann, Ngaroya Merian Jahera, Melvin Ngugi Tanu, Mugwe Ryan Tande, Hilary Winnie Apule, Wycliffe Chris Opwaka, Jesse Karaoke Wahinya. We have McDonald Ndoro Muyesi, Eliza Momo Kimathi, Derefa Emmanuel Kabera, Kelvin Muguro Wanjiku, Raketa Joseph Lishan, Grodwell Wanjiru Matheri, Melonye Shadrach Koinet, Wanjohi Maxlin Wamboi, Murithi Yvonne Wamboi, Fiona Wanja Lamek, Angelique Nanjala, come here. Is there a problem? Ryan Wambui Mutuku, Ryan Wambua Mutuku, Kiari Lewis, Yvonne Nekesa Sitanda, Boniface Okeo, Mary Wangoi Dhiongo, Frank Obadia, Moneki, online wameisha. Online, Moneki Tracy Wanjiru, I think, tulikuwa tunatafuta. Tracy Wanjiru. Thank you, Madam Jacinta, thank you so much. Frank, is that Frank Obadia. I will go to the unless the limits were up. Anaweza kusinona hata Tracy Wanjiru zimemwisha. Frank Obadia, uko na bana. Kwa sure. Ukinidanganya. Angalia hapa, angalia hapa. Maduwe. Amunze, twende wapi? Haya. Sawa, tulie tu hapo. Twende. Okay, ni wengi. Hao ni? Hao ni wa lab 7. Zenye zinarudi. Nilikuwa nataka wapewe unajisi wote. Our principal, Bwana Joseph, tafadhali. Thank you. Wanafunzi wenye tulikuwa nao last year around September, ndo tunataka kupea certificate zao sasa, so tukaribie. Pauline Zambi Mwema, so we can start with Frank. Pauline Zambi Mwema, Njeri Riki Ryan Wanyoike, tuharakishe kidogo. Buyela Nimrod Waswa, Davis Gakiavi, Morgan Kinyanira Oyalo, Dennis Dungu Kimani, Chege Larry Chege, Richard Thiongo Masharia, Andrew Jerry Murithi, Brenda Chepkurui, Cheryl Chemutai. So those who have been called walikuwa last year, so tuharakishe kidogo. Alafu wanafunzi sasa wa lab 7, we can start queuing quickly. Lab 7. Now lab 7, I know you know what you know, right? Na hamtaamka? Tupatane shule Monday basi. Si class iko 8 AM ama mmekuja? Oh, there is one. What is your name? Rodney. Very good. Wewe kuja. The others, I think Monday is okay. Lab 7. Enda hizi ni za online. Advance. Ndio nimemwambia. Sababu derivation ni advance rema tano. Ajala hiyo ni za advance inatokea. All right, lab 7 You know what you know. What do you know? You know, right? Linda Chepchumba. I'm sorry, but tutapata tu yako. Linda Chepchumba, Jeff Mwangi Ngugi, Joseph Kariuki Muita, Dylan Bahati, Wasike Samuel Muchasi, Munene Joy Lilian Wangesi. So ukishasikia jina lako, kuja hapa juu, sema jina lako ni nani, usisubiri uko kwa laini. So once your name is called, just come up, say your name, and then we move on. Deng Rich. Ni wewe? Leon Kipkirui Samoy, Koikai Christian Sankan, Odur Alvin Ryan Otieno, John Baraka Omondi, Kennedy Mulamuli, Mwai Juliet Gathoni, Joseph Mburu, Onyango Ferdinand Otieno, Adrian Douglas Chika kwa lab. Huyu wako sasa, hii inafanya huko aje? Hebu toa hiyo Chika hapo. Chika ni wa lab 5, ni wa lab 4. Chika huyu. Nimeget. Gisharu Masigathoni, Othiambo Fidel Okach, Ebu Nanyo Merige, Zefania Untai, Joel Cornelius Odieki. We have Joshua Muthiani, Jaheim Shikande Denge, Christine Mwende, Rodney Mumo Musyoka, Jermaine Chadiva Chongo, Ibsent Churchill, Dominion Rafael Wekesa, Joseph Mtoros Mtinkoi, Adriu Munga. So once you hear your name, karibia tafadhali. Don't just queue. If you hear your name, just karibia karibu. Adriu Muga Owoche, Liora Aundri Achapa, Naserian Ruth, Irene Othiambo Otieno, Scott and Ondara, Karumbo Yvonne Wanjiru. Thank you so much, Bwana Principal. Tunashukuru sana. Kuja. Malizia huyu kwanza. Bwana Director. Sijaita hizo. Nataka please come to the office on Monday. In case you have an issue with your certificate, tupatane kwa ofisi Jumatatu tafadhali. Music kidogo tafadhali. Thank you.